What's up? 34 awesome people watching the streams. Thank you all so much. So streaming on the LLMR channel and on my channel. So we got 34 total. Appreciate it. Please hit the like button as the sign says right there. I can't help it. I like my LED signs. I'm not wearing the hat tonight though. I have a special guest who's going to be helping me out and monitoring comments while I'm going through this unboxing. And I'm going to bring him in right now. You might recognize him. He's becoming very famous. Let's see. And here we go.
Hey guys, how you doing?
It's Jeremy from HTL Customs.
I had a weird chair spin intro I wanted to do, but you didn't do it in time for me, or I didn't know. I should have a mirror over there so I can see what you're doing.
Next time we got to coordinate maybe a little better. Yeah. You know, like the quarterback and wide receiver, we got to get our timing down.
Right.
To use a sports reference because sports references are always fun.
Sure.
Hey, before I start unboxing, I just want to run through and say hi to everyone who's left a comment. Please feel to leave one. Let us know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see how far these streams are traveling. But of course, we have Jerry, 3DHP, and Nipa, Michael, Kai, Mike, Brick Church, Steve, Jim, Rich, Paul. Michael is Arkansas. We got Idaho with Jim. Of course, Jeremy's in Michigan. I'm in West Virginia. Jerry, 3DHP, is in Vegas. We got Denny from Denton, North Carolina. Bob from Wisconsin. And let's see. Ken from Massachusetts. Mike is just north of Clack.
Cool.
That is Alabama?
Yes.
I believe.
I think that's where he said it. He was at.
I'm terrible with remembering things, so no offense.
I literally just watched one of his videos the other day where he said he was he was there. That's where he was at. So
hey, we got New Jersey and Kansas. Rich and Jim. Mike said yes.
Yep.
Alabama. Well, I was going to use my extra super large unboxing knife tonight. But then
man, you're gonna get
decided. Yeah, we decided that this might not be up to the task because it's kind of a hey, Parkersburg, what's up? I was over there a few weeks ago. Hey, Russ, how's it going? What did we decide? That knife isn't up to the task. We have a really long box here. See, this is pretty long. So I'm going to need a different unboxing knife.
Hey, Chicago Bob.
Chicago Bob, how's it going?
Jack,
how's it going? Nibiru and Illinois also checking in tonight.
Cool.
Very nice. No, Jim, I have not lost that monster yet. He's talking about my unboxing knife. And if you want, let me put it on top of this laser box for scale. I'll just set it right here in the middle. There's my unboxing knife. So I did decide to pull out a little bit bigger unboxing knife this evening. So we'll be using this one. It seems more appropriate for the size of the box. I don't know what you guys think, but here, let me just make that a little bit bigger so you can see the difference. I didn't think this one was up to the task, so we're going to go with this one tonight.
Swing easy.
I just don't want to swing and a miss. All right, now that we went through some geography I'd say let's get to some accessories. What should we do first?
I want to see that. I want to see that protective shield.
All right. Jeremy says protective shield. Let's do protective shield.
$22 degrees. Always run a 22-degree hack.
Oh, that's nature's angle, isn't it?
Yeah. 22.5.
Oh man, that's nice. I'm glad I sharpened that.
Welcome, Dr. Asus. Paul, howdy, howdy. Sreef from Indiana. Snuck in there.
Hey, it looks like my sharpening stone did a pretty good job on this thing.
Oh, yeah. Like hot butter through a Ginsu knife.
It's so tightly packed in there with foam, it didn't want to open. Now, I do want to be gentle with this plastic while cutting it, so maybe it's a tag team effort tonight.
Oh, he's got the combo going. Look out.
Yeah, look at that. See, the little knife for the delicate jobs and the normal size knife for the hard jobs. All right, this thing, do you see that? That is a fan.
What?
Yes, that is a fan built in. That is interesting. I do not see any instructions.
We don't need no stinking instructions.
But I'm guessing this is an extension for when you're running a longer lens, perhaps? Or a bigger lens with a longer focal length? Because that would make sense. That was the difference in the 1 whatever versus 150. I don't know. We're going to find out. Some screws to probably just hold it in place. There's a couple little set screws in there. Well, actually, there's several. All right. Figure this out. Very interesting, though. Now, this thing does not have holes drilled in it. So when you put the screws through, I'm guessing you would just use the little set screws just to put some tension on it to keep this thing from sliding off. That's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to see next? Chuck rotary, roller, or laser?
We might as well get the little stuff off the big box.
All right, let's do the roller rotary. Oh, it's so cute. There's the roller rotary. It has a USB plug on it. 4-wire stepper motor. Such a tiny little stepper motor. It's so cute. Here, let me get a close-up for you.
Hey, we got Norway in the house. Mr. GTL 1600.
That is a pretty cool design.
That's tiny.
Yeah, it is. That would work for eggs.
Get a nice wobble on it.
Oh, yeah. Who wants a perfect egg engraving? Eggs aren't perfect circles, so got to have a little. Well, there we go.
I had an Easter egg hunt today.
All right, there's typical jewelry rotary posts.
Cool. Ellis Laser Engraving is here. Howdy, howdy. Off Axis. Welcome, welcome. Hit that like button, guys.
Everything's well packed in this foam, that's for sure. Well, this is actually pretty cool. Let me show you it from the side. So you can see the size of it. Looks like we have 2 knobs here, so you can adjust your angle. Yep. And again, USB connector, and then your standard jewelry chuck.
Can't spill the beans yet, Jim. You're going to have to wait like the rest of us. Welcome from Denmark.
I guess the main interesting thing that I actually put in the title is this thing has Wi-Fi built in. And I'm set up to share my phone screen so we can try to engrave with the Android app. Like this laser has an Android app. Okay, we ready?
Do it. Get the GWEIKE out of here.
Some people call it GWEIKE. Some people call it GWE. I guess that's supposed to be
call it a space cowboy, but
technically the correct pronunciation.
Oh man, you just put me out of business. Now you don't need a holster.
Yeah, I'm glad I brought the normal size knife with me. There it is, folks. Interesting. So this, now the question is answered. This is a 20-watt fiber laser. Wait, and I think, let's see. Was it in here? Nope, not in that manual, but in the manual online, there is.
There is what? What are you looking for?
There is the instructions for the Android app.
Oh.
Okay, here's a miscellaneous bag of parts and stuff. This is the power supply. So it's an external power supply. Put my glasses on.
Well, that would make sense. Look how tiny the box is.
Exactly.
Welcome, David. Cleveland, Tennessee in the house.
So this outputs 24 volts at 11.67 amps.
Feather duster.
In case you were wondering the specs on that. And here's the other half of the power supply. They did include some glasses. Let's see. These are going straight to my glasses test pile that I'm going to test with the laser power meter here one of these days.
Looks like standard issue.
Yeah, standard issue that I don't trust until we hit them with one of those meters. All right, we have a double USB-C cord. Let's see. Here's the power connection cord. I assume that runs from the main box to the galvo head. Wow, that's the work table. It's so tiny, so cute. So it says open. And you take these stickers off and this middle part comes out.
That's where the rotary sits, isn't it?
Maybe so. We will figure that out. correction file detection. This is the 150 lens, and I actually did a lens correction. There's a piece of poster board. Can you see that? Well, that's good. Standard fiber laser USB cord. And these are 2 risers. So if you're wanting to mark taller items and the tower will not extend high enough, you can actually use these riser blocks underneath the galvo head, and it gives you that much more clearance. Looks to be about 1.5 inches for each block. All right, and here is the tower. Does have a USB-C connector there.
That's a motorized lift too, isn't it?
Yes, it is supposed to be. Here's data cable. A ruler.
Sweet.
The galvo head with handle.
That would be called the go handle.
Yep. Now, I was telling Jeremy before we started, I did an April Fool's post. Oh, it'll be 2 years ago. And what my April Fool's post did was trick people thinking I actually engraved my refrigerator. But now it's not going to be an April Fool's post because I think I'm going to try this thing out and then engrave the refrigerator. It'll make for a fun video. And here is USB stick, laser source power, emergency stop.
Badge.
What's that?
Is it all you're missing is the handcuff, the chain, and the badge?
Heck yeah. Get one of those little solar generators that outputs enough power, and you didn't hear that, did you?
Well, thanks for stopping by, Edge of Innovation. Go enjoy your dinner.
Yeah, it is dinner time some places, isn't it? So does this thing just fit in this? Just press fit? What it looks like. So those little legs just press fit right on the case of the machine.
Same thing, Jerry. Supper, dinner, lunch, breakfast. It's all the same thing.
It's all relative.
Food down the back neck.
Yep. All right. Anybody in comments? Would you rather see an overhead view of the assembly, or I could put the camera on a tripod and kind of get you at a side angle for it? I think the side angle might be better. But if anyone has any preferences for unboxings, I'm willing to listen.
Jim doesn't care. He's just happy that your feather duster's smaller than his.
It is.
It's tiny.
So the first thing I need to do is install the stand on the little tiny breadboard.
People are saying do both views if you can do it.
Do both views?
Mr. GTL, yes, that is a portable fiber.
Portable-ish, anyway.
Portable-ish.
Okay.
Told Patrick I want that so I can run a generator in the back of my truck and take it around to Walmart and put little tattoos on people's tailgates.
Hopefully with their permission. Hopefully.
I'd probably never do that, but this sounds fun. Tell you what, if we had these things back when I was in high school, there wouldn't be a car in the school parking lot that didn't have something on it.
All right, I can switch back and forth between these two views. I think that'll probably do just fine. Me open the bag of parts. Everything appears to be labeled. Let's see, base, anchor, accessories package, and 4x8, 4 pieces. There's more than 4. Okay, I'm assuming that's countersunk. That's where we put the M4 by 8. There, you can see that. There's 4 countersinks on the bottom. I believe it included a wrench. There it is. Oh my gosh, look at these tiny little jig bars. They're so cute. You only get the accessories out that I need. And it looks like with the riser, there are 2 different thumb screws. So there's one, if you're using just one riser, you'd use this one. And if you're using 2, you would use the long one. There we go. 2. So remember, I moved my camera, so it's not the usual spot. Any comments out there? Just saw Tyler came in.
Yeah, he says he's driving.
Driving? Probably driving home from work.
It'll drive faster.
Tyler just got a cute little puppy the other night.
Roger Baker just said he might want to borrow that one.
Oh, I could let him borrow it. That wouldn't be a problem at all. Let me just figure out my hourly rental fee, and then you can borrow it.
Charge him by the inch of laser beam used.
Roger's one of my best local friend, my best friend. So yeah, I wouldn't charge him at all.
Cool. I need to start getting some friends locally so I can suck them into the laser business.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. It's going to be funny to set this up next to either like this Montport or the Noah laser over there. Going to look very cute. All right, now it's time to install the lift table, wherever I put it. Now, let me show you something on this lift table. Do you see that cutout? Can you guess what that's for?
That's the
you can actually.
5,000.
Yep, there it is. It's to let this thing tilt back and forth, forth and back. So basically, you set your angle, and there you go. And I believe they have, let's see, there are 2 thumb nuts. And I believe these, yep, thumb nuts go there. Then the silver thumb screw is basically your set screw that keeps it from moving around. Maybe not. I could have put it on upside down, which I think I did. Yes, I did. That's why that didn't screw in there. Wasn't paying attention.
Now, see, that actually makes more sense because now you're getting a little bit extra height out of it.
Well, yeah, and then you're also able to mount the spacers where the spacers are supposed to go.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's going to show is how those spacers fit on there. If I can get this one to screw in.
A little fun for big guys. Yeah, I've seen probably 2 things in the last 2 years of owning my 2.5 years of owning my laser where I could have used something like this.
Okay. So those have a pocket milled out and it matches up with this. And then you screw this in from the bottom into the base of your galvo head. And there you go. That's how you get some extra height. And then the silver thumb screw, which I just had. And I set down.
Sabrina, we did not go over a price or anything yet. We just got it out of the box.
I'm pretty sure this motorized version, the price is right around $2,000. Their website.
She says her CO2 by them was like 3.
Here's the, all right. So there's your set screw that locks it at your perfectly horizontal angle.
What do you mean? Check the sound, Jack. Is it me? Patrick.
Am I low?
Well, now you got it right in the middle of the.
Yeah, I'm going to move it. I was just testing to see, is this better or worse? Or about the same?
Yeah, I don't know who he's talking about.
I'm not sure either. Let's see. I'm guessing this is the screw that holds that in place. Here we go. It does have a recessed pocket there to index and slide, and that's a really nice fit. Okay. So we've got that part.
Sound is good for both of us, they said.
Okay, cool. And then there's how your risers work. And actually, that's a pretty quick change to install these risers since it's only one screw.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. You're supposed to be able to take that thing off and
yeah, everything should be speedy.
Yeah.
All right, now move on to this cable. So we have this cable. Let me spin these around so you can see them. You get this out of the way so the camera stops focusing on it. And then sorry, I need my glasses. I could just guess. it goes this way or the other way. Nope, it's the other way. Just a thought.
Dwight's wondering, is that like a 1/4-20 screw, like a tripod screw? Or is that probably a fine threaded millimeter screw to hold that thing in? The one that goes up underneath the head.
It's not. Come on, man. It was just in focus. There you go.
Is that that's an M8 probably?
What it looks like. Does look like an M8. Okay, there's the data cables. Control cable, anyway. All right, just give me a second. Here is the power cable. Then we have the secondary power cable that gives power to the galvo head. Power there. Power there. Yeah, I need my glasses on, but there's a USB. Looks like a micro USB there. Traditional USB there. USB-C here.
You got to put a USB-C into the base of your tower for the lift, right?
That's what I'm thinking. That should be this double-sided USB. Yeah, because if you can see that, hold on, right there is a USB-C.
It's a 20-watt Chicago Bob. Or as Jim likes to call it, a feather duster.
All right, there's the USB-C.
Wait, maybe that was me.
You like to call it a feather duster?
I must have been picking on Jim one day, just goofing around.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, coins the term feather duster for 20-watt now.
Okay, this is a button, and that is the reset button. It's right here. And that reset button is what we push to get it to start broadcasting the Wi-Fi network for a Wi-Fi direct connection. And once we do that, then with the app, we can tell it to connect to the home network. Then you can actually control this thing with the Android app over your home network, which is crazy. Let's see, 15. So this USB port is where you connect the rotary.
Ah, that makes sense.
Okay. And then what is 11?
That micro USB for the fan on the shroud?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Aha! I forgot.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yep, that plugs in right here.
Can a 20-watt do 3D engraving?
We're going to find out.
Of course he will find out. How you doing, Robert? Good to see you.
All right, so that's where that plugs in. That's convenient. Okay. Now, what's it telling me that the actual USB cable is for?
You said that was for the rotary.
It's laser head power. Well, there's a typical USB here.
Okay.
It's
well, can you put a thumb
on the
drive?
controller cards.
Can you put a thumb drive in that thing and take it if you're using it portably and just run it off a thumb drive?
That I do not know yet.
But
I'm sure we'll find out.
It seemed like you'd need some sort of a screen or something to pick what you were doing with it.
But this USB cable goes in here, and then I'm assuming this is what connects to your PC.
Or your phone. Or your phone. I wonder if you could hook that to your phone.
Using an OTG? I don't know. It looks like the phone is... it looked like the phone is Wi-Fi only. I may be incorrect, but we can take a look at that and see for sure. Let's see. These jig bars and the little jig bar screws, these look like polycarbonate, and these are some sort of plastic. Use those to hold that down. There's a second Allen key for those set screws, I would imagine. I'll put everything in this bag so we don't lose it. Okay. We're almost at the point where we plug it in, turn it on. All right,
can you show us the side of that main part with the fans on it?
Yes. I'm going to spin this all around. Once I walk around to the other side and plug this in. Actually, I don't need to walk around to the other side. Plug it in. Plug it in over here.
Yeah, Jim, that's exactly what I was thinking. Take that thing to do some craft shows.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with a 20 watt. It's not like it just got to have realistic expectations. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, there's the USB key. And here are the fans. So what did I say? That was a 24 volt.
Yes.
Almost 10 amp power supply. And there's 4 fans. Power off, remove the fan cover, screws with a wrench, and clean them periodically.
Welcome, welcome, Savvy Designs. It is very skinny, very skinny. Jerry, I was thinking they're going to let me bring my laser into the craft show next year, or at the end of this year for the Christmas show. After talking with the ladies, they have a special spot for me to set up. So, I mean, as long as you get permissions and you got ventilation or a fume capture extractor set up, it shouldn't be an issue. As long as they don't mind you using power.
I lost the other part of the base. Why does this come out? Need to investigate that too. All right, here we go. You see this?
Looks like something from Back to the Future. Marty's boombox.
All right. The fans really aren't that loud. And here we have the green light. Like that. Those are the focusing lights, apparently. And here's the lens cover. It is off. This did show up with an F210. Now, one thing I did miss is how do we make this raise up and down?
Oh, right here on this side.
I need my reading glasses.
On this side towards the, yep.
Ah, it's just a little, like an inductive sensor. Senses that your finger's there.
That's cool.
My astigmatism, it's hard to tell whenever these two red dots here become one, because it has the focusing LEDs on. Okay.
You're gonna have to double check that anyway, right? Make sure it's focused good.
Yeah. Right there are the two focusing LEDs. Those are definitely getting farther away. Yeah, these things are worthless to me because I cannot tell when the two lights overlap. What do I do with that? There it is. That's 150. Okay. Yeah. Focal length should be 261 millimeters. From here. Let's use their ruler that they sent. I was pretty close. There. All right, there's 261. But what I'm going to do is use one of my focal sticks. And I already have it mostly assembled, so all I have to do is just adjust the height of it just a little bit. All right, that'll be good enough, and I'll tighten these down. All right, there we go. All right, it's in focus. Gary, I'm going to put you back on the screen for a minute, and then have any comments or questions or anything?
I pretty much covered them as they come in. That center EDC or EDC says that center thing probably comes out for you to put something a tiny bit thicker in there, or like we were talking before, like the rotary probably snaps in there so it don't move around.
All right, look. Watch when I scoot this in. It's just barely hitting there, right? But these tabs actually go in slots up here, and it locks in place.
Yep.
So you pop it in, lock it, do some popping and locking.
Ooh.
And then when this is resting on the base, you're at your focal distance.
Sweet.
So this piece is indeed for the 150 lens, where the non-motorized version comes with, was it a 110, I think? I believe it was a 110. So that's cool. And this does have a couple of magnets in there. I like the fan idea to pull the smoke out, and then you could have that directed right into your main ventilation.
Yep.
Makes sense. All right, very cool. Now I guess it's time to try and engrave something, huh? How should we try this? Let me show you folks this first. I'm going to go full screen again. And let's see, number 3, auto. All right, here we go. Here's my phone screen. As you can see, this is the Android app. What I need to do is go to line card connection setting and scanning for Wi-Fi.
So I just looked this up, and the manual lift is, you're correct, it's a 110 field lens, and that one's $15.99. And the electric lift is the 150 lens, and it is $2,000.
Okay. So I just held down the reset button on this thing. No, that's not what we want. Go back. Yes, exit. So it should broadcast its own Wi-Fi here. Looks like it's deciding not to. Indicator is green, yeah. Yes. Okay. I might not have held down that reset button long enough. It said about 5 seconds. So here, count with me. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, come on. Yes, we're going to exit. We're going to search again. G-Laser. Now we got it. And password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connect. All right, I'm connected to G-Laser. Always connect. Intelligent Wi-Fi is so irritating sometimes.
It's not very intelligent. It's annoying. You are correct.
All right, now I need to type in my test network here. All right, did set a password. All right, let's see if this works. Once it connects, you should be able to hit connect the device. And if this looks like it's going to be an issue, then we'll just go ahead and go to USB. What I really want to see is if Lightburn is going to recognize this thing, or if it needs a special driver.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know.
Obviously, it's a different controller part. That could be what's on the USB is the driver, and I know there's one available to download on the website. All right, connected to the PC now. Still in configure network setting. Failed to connect to the device. All right, I'm not going to waste your time with that. We just want to see if it works first.
Yeah, get to burning.
Let's do it.
I am looking at that, Jerry. I'm trying to figure out.
Why is Lightburn doing this? Oh my gosh. So irritating. Look at the way it opened up. That is totally not the way I have my layout set up. Oh boy. So if this happens, you can always do this. Load press backup. I'm going to go back to yesterday when I was using it. Click load, and it should reset it back to the way I had it. It should. All right, let me go back a little further. That's not going on. Well, maybe. Nope. Reset to default. I'll just do that. Now, load press.
Yes, Lightburn software. It says it will talk directly to your laser without the use of additional software. Lightburn is layout editing control software, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it does say it's designed for Lightburn.
Okay, I'm going to see what's on this USB drive, too. If it has a correction file or anything loaded on there.
That was a little bit buried in their website. I had to dig for it. Maybe Lightburn ought to get a hold of them and tell them to put that a little bit more towards the front.
Yeah, they should. Well, Jason just joined their Facebook group today or yesterday. It was very recent.
Well, and you told me that, and I thought when Jerry asked that question, I was like, well, it's got to be if he's on their thing. So
what I think is going to happen is, how does this sit there? Is they're probably going to be working with Lightburn to get a Wi-Fi version up and running.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have a skinned version of EasyCAD running on the Windows version, and it's kind of what that Android app looks like too. So this could spur some really cool developments within Lightburn.
Yeah. Chicago Bob, I've heard a few people have that issue. I have not gone to 0.2 yet, 1.5.2 yet, so I don't know. I have had a couple of issues with the 0.1 version that I just bypassed whatever it told me to do, and I didn't do it, and it's fine. I haven't had any issues. It asked me to update today or yesterday when I got on, and I said new because I was busy.
Okay, there's some configuration files there. What's this?
Yeah, Jeffrey, Jason was in one of the things on Facebook, and he said that would work too. If you're having an issue, just restart your computer and it'll reset some of the stuff. I don't know how that all works, but it fixed the guy's problem. So,
all right, well, I'm going to add this device now, and there's a Mark CFG0 file within the plug folder of the GWEIKE branded skinned EasyCAD software, basically. Yeah, like that. It's right there. So let's just devices.
That's right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's under that. Okay. GQ. That.
1.5.01 is the release copy that they did from the beta. So 1.5.02 is a new update on something else. I don't know what they added or fixed or whatnot, but
okay. Pretty sure I have that USB plugged in. Let's see. Turn it back on and see what happens. But it said no other software is needed, huh?
It said.
Yeah, Lightburn is not finding it.
It says Lightburn talks directly to your laser without the use of additional software. USB. Oh, where there's a USB driver. Hold on. If you go to GWEIKE That's
what I thought, that there was a USB driver.
Yep.
And it is this one right here.
Apparently, I downloaded it when I clicked that button. I was going to look at it, but whatever. Lightburn Zip is what it came up with.
Cypress USB serial driver. That might give it a clue as to maybe who's making the board. Find out. I probably need to turn it back off again. Device manager.
So does getting a bigger hammer qualify for fixing it properly?
Probably. That's not what it was. I'm not sure what it's recognizing it as. It's definitely recognizing it, though.
EDC says, don't forget to make sure the COM ports are the same. Now, is that an issue with fiber? Or is that just the diodes and the CO2s that need the proper COM ports?
Trying to figure out where exactly it is. Where did it install it?
Because I only have one laser, so I have no idea. Check device manager in Windows. Ports are ports. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I agree with that.
Yeah. I don't see anything showing up.
Restart Lightburn? Roger says restart Lightburn.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm just wondering where the hell it shoved that. Hopefully it doesn't need a PC restart. We shall see. No. That disconnected. Let me just wait a second. Well, it's not a UV, it's a fiber.
Did you plug the printer cable cord into the back of that thing? Because when you turned it around, I thought I saw it was not plugged in.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, you probably won't be able to watch the device manager flash whenever I unplug it. When I plug it back in, it will flash again. I just don't want to use that for your software. Might have to, though. And if that's the case, it's not a big deal. Let's see if G-Laser connects to it. That look familiar?
Not to me.
A little bit like EasyCAD with the pins and...
oh, yeah. Now that you say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I was looking at the GWEIKE pricing, Racus came up, and there was another com marker came up at the same with those same exact style with the hoods and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, they're trying to outdo GWEIKE with their prices. I think Racus was like $3,500 for their 20 watt, and they dropped it down to $1,330. And then the other one, they dropped it from like $2,250 down to $1,880.
200. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what happens.
And they were all using the EasyCAD thing.
Okay, it's framing. Let me go back over to this one. There, you can see that, I think. And when I hit red, it is framing. There we go. Now it's going in a circle. I know that's working. And go to config and see it does have anyway, it does have the lens corrections already in there. Size is correct. To specify location after mark, galvanic center. I like that. Galvanic center. The ports.
Okay, Martin's asking what were the port settings in the G2SW, and then see if they are the same in Lightburn. Jay Bake, howdy.
No. Little mark pause. No. Yep, no port. Start marking. No. I'm not even really worried about it. I just want to mark something. That way we can say, hey, it works.
Your flicker's back too.
That's because I have Lightburn up.
Oh, yeah.
If Lightburn's minimized, it won't flicker. Let me minimize Lightburn, and you can watch the flicker disappear. No, I don't have Lightburn up. Doesn't like that one either, I guess. Okay. I'm just going to hit mark, and we can draw a circle.
Well, don't hit mark. What did he do to you?
I hit mark.
Oh.
Hey, it marked. We do have a circle.
Cool. That was pretty fast.
Yeah, that was at what, 1,000 power 75? That's a good sign. Let me let's see what do you have to do. Hatchet. That's funny. They changed some of the words from EasyCAD. It's enable. Here, you got to see these. Enable, object overall calc, walk around, cross fill, quick fill. Evenly distributed. Like, that's crazy.
That term
Totally
paper
did.
would get a C-.
I think that's funny. All right, let's just start this, and I'll. Let me turn on the fan. Wouldn't you know it? The vent is all the way on the other side.
They're saying the speed is 15,000 millimeters a second.
Well, I guess that'll be your typical album speed.
Mine's only 7,000.
I really don't want to smell that business card. Okay, I'm going to hit mark F2.
Is 20 watt? Is 20 watt enough? Can you earn money back home when it's just a hobby? 150 by 150 millimeter, enough workplace.
So that is speed of 100, power 75, frequency of 30. And we do have a clean mark on the business card.
Cool. Jim says yes.
It passed the first test. Now, I'd really like to get it communicating with Lightburn.
150 millimeters is almost 6 inches. So you can do a 6-inch by 6-inch work area. So your slate coasters, business cards, keychains, small knife blades, stuff like that you should be able to do.
Sorry. Let me bring you back on screen, Jeremy. There you go.
I'm back.
And I want to see in Device Manager.
Jay Bake is desperately searching for colors at the moment. It's a long search, too. I've been at it for a year and a half heavy, and I'm still not all the way there yet. The trick is to get the color on your test material and they have it consistent enough that when you put it on the actual material that you're going to do, it's the same color. That's the problem.
Ports didn't change with this plugged in.
Yeah, the world is color. I've got some YouTube videos up that shows me doing color on some stuff, and I was able to get consistent colors repeatable on the little 2-inch stainless Christmas ornaments I did this last year. So, but they changed from batch to batch. Every time I ordered a batch of 20, and I had to do testing on a couple of them because something in the metallurgy was, they got pressed different temperatures or they were finished differently somehow. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably not all the way there yet. I mean, I probably still got a lot to learn. I know I have a lot to learn to get my colors down, but that's what I'm saying. I'm 30 years of swearing off computers that I dove into this thing head first.
You've made more progress in colors than anyone I've ever saw.
Yeah, there's people out there that have way better colors, but they're not sharing. So that's the tricky part. That's also the fun part, is finding them yourself.
Oh, okay. Where was that driver at on their website?
It's the,
because now I'm thinking that that driver that I installed was probably, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, GWEIKE.com.
All right, got it.
Go to the, I think it's in the support window and the software download. Yeah, there it is.
I think it's actually, okay, it's using FTDI driver. It doesn't use the JC's in fiber, but it needs set up in a different way.
That set of drawers you got back there in the background, is that like a blueprint desk?
No. That's just a cluttered workbench with I used to have a bunch of different stuff in those drawers, all labeled and neat, and now it's just kind of a random mix of tools. Of course. All right.
Yeah, I got. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to extract this and then pop it on screen here. Let's see, it says light burn, 64-bit zip. It's a zip within a zip. Extract that.
We try. We try to show what we know.
Open.
Sometimes we get schooled by you guys, and that's pretty cool too. For me, most of the time I get schooled by you guys.
All right, now here we go back to play. But it's not going to connect. Pause.
Patrick,
eye laser.
is it connected to your phone still?
No, it never did connect.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. I changed it to an eye laser device because I knew it wasn't it's using a different driver than the BJJCZ board. I changed it to that eye laser, and looky here, ready, connected. All right, so we have that figured out. Use that driver from the website and select eye laser as the device type. And we make some progress. Now, let's try it. Test.
I've messed with stainless a little bit, and I have a little bit of titanium, but not enough to do anything extensive on. Just a tiny little itty bitty chunk. So most of my colors have been on regular steel, like regular steel and cold rolled steel. So, because that's primarily what I work with. So they're not going to get as vibrant of colors on that stuff.
There's no way that's using G code. I don't think eye laser is correct either, but at least yeah. So it's on COM5. Did you know that?
Just disconnected again, huh?
I changed the COM.
Oh,
that was me. See what happens. Not sure. I'm just going to do that again, just for giggles.
yeah, their Q pulse is down at 1, 2. Yeah, their Q pulses are down at 1 and 2.
What's that?
For their colors on the GWEIKE site for that 30 watt.
Oh, wow.
1000 speed. Power of what, 20, 40, 30 power. And then the frequencies 40, 20. I see a 20, a 50. $40, $20, $50. There's a power of 50 on that one, but it doesn't say, it doesn't give a line space. It doesn't get a line interval. So I guess you just have to run all of those variables in a test grid on Lightburn, and then
What I probably should have done was do a little more research before doing this live stream.
Yeah.
But that's all right. We know it works. And we know that, yes, the laser head does tilt. Let me show you that too. So you take this set screw out, and you can loosen this one.
Nope, there you go.
And it does tilt. It's like it's popping a wheelie. Wheelie. What else you want to talk about, Jeremy? Anybody have anything in chat?
Well, I got back into
Or-
doing
Or what do you want to talk about?
a holster today for a guy. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the press before I get it all cut. This is the second rendition because the first one, I'm an idiot, and it was a left-handed one, and I put the sweat guard on the wrong side. So yeah, second run. I was trying to be in a hurry.
Everything that I'm seeing shows that Lightburn is not yet compatible with it. Therefore, that's probably why Jason is now in the group to try to get Lightburn support for it. All right, so that question's answered. There we go.
I hear you, Ed. Same here.
That's cool info. Let me reset this. Hold that for 5 seconds.
You try to get it working with your phone?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, while we're sitting here, if I could get it working with the phone, that'd be pretty exciting. I just don't want to use their software because it's so much like EasyCAD. I just don't want to.
Yeah. I was reading some comments and kind of didn't hear what you said about the Lightburn thing, that they're having an issue with it. Is that why Jason's over there?
Yeah, it's still not working with Lightburn. So
Oh,
I assume that's why Jason's now in the group and everybody was celebrating that. That's big news that he'll probably, I mean, knowing him, he could probably get Lightburn working with this laser in his sleep.
yeah. Him and Joe will probably be on that for 10 minutes and go, oh, you put your jot where your diddle was and you forgot to put this over there.
Yeah, exactly. I think you've already got it figured out.
Yeah, I'm getting back into the Kydex too. I was selling the holster business, and last week the guys came over to look at it, and they were interested in it. They almost took it that day, and they went back, and their shop wasn't ready, so they decided to decline at that time. So I still have it. I'm still making holsters.
What do you guys want to ask questions about or talk about? You can ask questions about anything, and then we can, doesn't have to be this laser, it can be anything. I'll turn my camera back towards me a little bit so I'm not half cut off. And I'm going to try to get this working with Wi-Fi in the meantime.
Whoa, is that lens, the 110 lens, what you're using for
It
your
is
colors, or is that what the GWEIKE
Oh.
one was using?
What are you talking about?
Jay Bake, he's talking about colors.
Oh.
See, they don't give any information on these pictures and these lists that they have. It's all very vague, which I suppose is for good reason because everybody's got to figure it out. Boy, I don't know. If you use wobble and you run it for an hour and a half, it might cut through that copper. Okay. Yeah, what Jay Bake is using. It's he's using the 110 lens. I get my best colors with my 220. Actually, I get my best colors with my 220 when I'm accidentally on the 175 and the Lightburn, and then I don't remember. There's a good question, Patrick. Can you change the lens on that thing?
Yes.
I'm in focus with my black mark. I don't defocus anything at this point. I've figured out all the workings of the line space and the power and the speed and all that stuff to make it work.
Yeah, and what I was thinking was getting the 110 or one of those other smaller lenses to try with this thing too.
Yeah, that little shield is $100 for that 110 lens. The lenses were $130, and then that little shield for the 110 was $99. My camera's not going to show them up very well, but boy, that is very bad on my camera. They look way better in person. But these ones down here are the ones for my 175 on the 220 lens. And there's purple, green, yellow, blue, really good greens, like some fluorescent style greens, and a couple of dark greens in there. But that was on stainless.
Okay, guys, I made some progress here. So let me back over here. It actually did connect to the device. Or it configured the network the first time. Now I'm supposed to click connect the device, and then it should configure to another configuration. And the indicator on the front of the machine should turn blue.
Yeah, the colors do look good, Jay Bake, in person. I just looking through the camera on my laptop screen, they didn't look good. So I don't know if you guys can see them or not.
It's probably trying to get an IP address, and then we'll see what happens. Oh yeah.
What comment, Jerry? The line interval for project? I was trying to figure out. Jimmy, I was trying to figure out what if you were talking to me or if you're talking to somebody else.
Since you can't pop the comments up on screen, just read them, and then that way it'll show both channels will hear it. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah. Okay. All the hobbies. Brady is asking if you fell asleep.
Who fell asleep? All right. Error connecting to extranet device.
Herbert Browning's here. Howdy, howdy.
It's trying to connect. I really want to run this laser with my phone. That would be the main goal.
Oh, Jerry said that's the one. It must have scooted up and I didn't see it. All the machines must have settings included to sell products, or people will just get frustrated and return them. He says, just figure out doesn't sell anything. Yeah, that's right. Here, take our machine, figure it out for yourself. But they give you just enough to get you excited about it.
Yep. And then when you go looking for tech support, there's none.
Yep.
You're on an island by yourself, and
Jerry!
you hope a boat floats by that has somebody that can help you.
Well, that's why we're here. I'm not necessarily tech support, but I'm setting support.
We're going to figure this out.
Do it. Well, you guys can look at my big, beautiful flag for a few minutes. I'm going to step outside and take care of some business.
I don't know if this is going to work or not. I doubt it. Honestly, don't think it's going to work. Hey, Herbert. Thanks for dropping in. And Jerry. And let's see. They see on the website Lightburn compatible easy CAD control. On the Facebook group, they're still not showing Lightburn compatibility. But I can still go back and use their software. I do have a feeling, though, it'll probably be Lightburn compatible in just a small amount of time. Given that Jason has joined the Facebook group and is working on it. I think something that would be fun would be to set this 20-watt laser on the 120-watt laser and compare the difference. I mean, look at the size of the laser compared to the unboxing knife now. It's so tiny. Cute. I do have high hopes for this. I'm hoping it works out and goes great.
Jim's got to go eat. That sounds good. I should probably go eat too, but we'll wait till we're done.
I'll be done pretty soon.
Yeah.
But I just have to do this.
Roger, I thought you said if it's not on the internet, then it has to be true. And I was going to agree with you, but then you said it's on the internet. It's got to be true. I guess it depends on if you went to college or not. Matt's here. How you doing, Matt?
All right, there's the comparison. So here, let's see, let me turn this one on. And I'll push the up button on both of them at the same time, and we can race them to the top. Oh, that was a little faster.
Yep. How are we doing on the likes here? So we only had 12 before when I checked. 24 likes. Yay, there we go.
That's so
17
cool.
watching. We only got 17 watching, though. We had a couple fall off.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey,
Yeah.
There's actually, between both channels, there's 39.
Oh, gotcha. I don't know which
Hey,
one.
Matt German just jumped in.
Yep.
I have high hopes for this machine. I wish I could get it to work with the app on the phone. I'll get it figured out. I would do more with its software that it came with, but it's basically like EasyCAD. I don't have any EasyCAD libraries or EasyCAD ready files. So it'd be pretty dry and boring at this point. I mean, other than marking circles and squares and text. Yes, yeah. I could import some graphics, but Most of my stuff's not in EasyCAD ready format anymore. But I do like the size comparison. Like I said, I have high hopes for it. I think it will do well. And look forward to see exactly what it does with its engraving. I think one thing that would be good to do that I haven't done yet, let's put that shield on there and see how it looks. Let me move my camera back into position.
I was just measuring the height of my 175 lens on my 60 watt to see if the Raleigh or the laserMATIC or something would be able to come up with some sort of a box to work around that, to take the arm off and use that as a portable.
All right, so the fan goes towards the back.
Well, that would make sense. That cable's kind of short.
Mm-hmm. And then this just pops in there and then slides. And just like that. And it just kind of hangs out.
I
Then
have
you take it off just the same way.
I have a dumb question. I have a rotary tool. Let's say I am using 110 millimeter lens. When I use that, can I exceed the 110 millimeter size on that axis? Toggle that option in Lightburn to mark only in the work area.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
In Lightburn, you toggle the option to the ignore out of bounds shapes, I think is what it's called.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Then, like if your circumference on your object is 300 millimeters and you have a 150 millimeter lens, then you can still do a full wrap on that object without issues.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. What determines your line interval for any project?
The lens size.
Lens size, speed, the detail you want.
Just the initial answer to that question for me would be your lens size, ignoring any other factor.
Okay.
However, if you're looking to do something more specific than just a regular engrave, then that might necessitate having a wider or tighter line spacing. For example, if you want a black brass mark, no matter if you're using a 300 lens, you're still going to use a tight line spacing to get that black mark.
Yeah.
If you want a white mark, you're going to widen your line spacing to get that white mark, no matter what lens you're using.
Yeah. Colors, especially doing colors anywhere from 0.001 to 0.08. And it also depends on the lens size, but yeah, the tighter your line space, the hotter it gets, and the changing in the annealing or the coloring.
Yep. Even with a 200 millimeter lens, like my ideal line interval for that lens is 0.032. So that would be my standard engrave line distance for a deep engraving, for example.
Okay.
However, if I wanted to get black on brass, I would drop that to 0.008. Even though that's way smaller than the spot size, that's still what's needed to get that black color on the brass.
I'm looking at my black on brass real quick just to see what my line setting is.
I think what I'm going to do, I'm sitting here, is put this riser on. You guys can see that. Then go ahead and lock this extension down on here so it doesn't fall off. The riser is basically one thumb screw Get this out of the way. Then you decide, do you need one or do you need two? Lift this up. Let's put two on.
Yeah, see, I mess with my MOPA stuff way too much on that one because my line space was 0.025, but I'm really slow and my frequency is down at 35 and my Q pulse is down to 175 and I get my black brass mark for casing. That's brass casing anyway. I can't remember what it was for my brass sheet. And I know it's different for copper too. Copper changed it a lot.
Okay, that raised it up to the point where it's out of the frame of the camera now. That's cool. All right, so there's what it looks
See
like.
you, Roger. Thanks for stopping by.
Later on, Roger. Take care of those babies. He has baby fish.
Yeah, that's what he said. He had to go feed his fish.
So here's what it looks like with the two risers on there. And let me see. I didn't measure those.
175. I'm answering a question, not for you.
So that's approximately 80 millimeters of additional height with the two risers that come with it.
That's for the rotary. That's got to be for the rotary stuff then.
Yeah, even if it's something taller, you can see that's not maxed out yet on the tower. It still has another, well, judging by this riser, another 40 millimeters to go. You can fit fairly tall item under there.
Well, I'm sure you could 3D print something like that and get a little higher if you had to.
There are actually STL files in that group for those risers if you wanted to print more of them.
Sweet.
You just need a longer thumb screw.
Oh, Amazon.
Yep. See how this looks now.
What is that, like a T-slot up in there? You slide it up in there and snap it back? Or a keyhole? Probably a keyhole is what I'm
it's kind of like a keyhole. There it is.
Cool.
Now, I'm assuming, so we can find out, if the fan runs all the time when it's plugged in.
Oh, on the shroud?
Yeah, let's plug it in and see. Yep. Yep, it is running. And the two beams are still.
Oh, this is all in euros. What did I do? Did I click on the wrong?
There's a cutout there so that the alignment LEDs still shine through. And that is bottomed out. So with the risers, you're not going to be able to get the cover all the way to the bottom, but why would you need to if you're using risers?
Right. Jay Bake, go back and watch. It's called The Frequency. Patrick and I did a couple of them. They'll be on Patrick's channel. We kind of dive into the Q pulse and frequency stuff quite a bit.
That was in the first one. Yep.
Yeah, that was in the first one. We took sort of a deep dive into that.
I think this is going to be quite the capable little machine.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing some videos on it just to see once you get it all worked out what you can do with it.
Yeah, really wanted to use Lightburn. Having a hard time making myself want to use their software. So that's as it would be for anybody, it's a huge turnoff.
Yeah, I went back to EasyCAD like 3 months ago just to look at something, and I completely forgot how to use it. And I was just like, nope.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just hoping they get Lightburn communicating with it soon. Then I can get some proper videos out and compare it to a 50 watt or the 60 watt or the 120 watt. Yeah. Everything's set up for Lightburn. I don't have any of them set up for EasyCAD. The lasers that I was using when I last used EasyCAD, I don't have anymore.
Right.
So I'm just not going to devote a lot of time to it until it's Lightburn capable, or I get the Android phone working with it, because that'll just be fun. And just doing some basic stuff on your phone, or if it will allow me to import an SVG or something, then I can definitely do that and just do it from the phone.
Yeah. I don't pay for GPT, and I asked it about colors on the fiber laser as well, and it told me it couldn't because it was too much dependent on all the rest of the stuff. And then I typed in this big old long exhaustive paragraph of what I had and what I was working with, and it still spit back stuff that wouldn't even make it. Didn't make sense. It said it couldn't help me, and then it said something else. I don't remember. This was a couple months ago. Maybe it's better.
You don't have, Jerry, you don't have to buy a super sticker. I appreciate it though. Thank you for the thought. I had a thought. Hold on. I'm going to find it.
Behind you to the left.
What's that?
Your thoughts behind you to the left.
Yep. I just found it.
Yep. See?
It was to the left. It's right over here. I am going to drop a link in chat. This is by my friend Gio, and he did a whole video on color testing. If you haven't watched it yet, thank you, GWEIKE. That is much appreciated. Watch this video. That is from Gio over at Maker Theory, and he did a lot of MOPA color testing. So that should help you out too.
One caveat, though. Well, watch the video. He'll tell you the caveat. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Yep. Well, how long is that video? It's 17 minutes, 47 seconds, and it's well worth the 17 minutes, 47 seconds.
Yep.
For sure. There we go. That's a little straighter. Well, I think at this point I've shown everything. Does anybody have any more questions? Oh, yeah. Okay. He watched it already. Very good.
Cool.
Otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I got a family meeting at 9 p.m. for our nightly study. So I'll get off of here in time for that. That'll put us at 2 hours anyway. And yeah, that'll be awesome. Don't forget to hit the bell, turn your notifications on. That way, when we go live, you'll see it again. Jeremy and I will be doing another frequency podcast very soon. Just trying to get schedules to mesh. So we'll discuss that, but we'll be back. Sorry I couldn't get this working with Lightburn, but at least it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said, I am really looking forward to this. Yes, it's only a 20 watt fiber laser. And yes, I do have a 120 watt sitting right there. 2 different tools for 2 different jobs. Have realistic expectations. I think this thing could be a lot of fun. That's my initial impression.
Yep. I think so too. I think that's some applications. You're going to have an extension cord. You're going to be out in the yard. You're going to be doing stuff on your lawnmower. I know you.
Oh,
you're going to be branding your sheep with it.
Hey, I'll ask the wife about that. I say, can you just shave a little spot on these things and let me try this out? That'd be pretty fun.
Hey guys, can you drop a link in the comments for our YouTube channels? And we're on Facebook. You can find both of us on Laser Maker's Realm all the time. HTL Customs is on. I'm on. That's my Facebook page. You can come check out what I'm doing. YouTube channel's the same name.
Yes, Jeremy just released a really cool file. Actually, let me pop a picture of that up before we get off of here, just so everybody can see it.
Yeah, I sold quite a few of those today.
It's a super cool file, and you want to check it out for Easter. But here comes the link to his channel. And let me pull up the picture. Let me get to my other screen. I still have it here, I think. Not that one. Wrong folder. Bear with me.
That new one that I put on Facebook when I did the thing today was the new one that Jim sent me with the finish, the new finish he put on it.
There, I'm trying to make this as big as I can get it. All right, here we go. And now let me make this full screen.
Ooh.
Anyway, there's Jeremy's file. It's like 4 or 5 layers, and there's actually a little door for the cave. He put in holes for the LED light to set behind there, and you know more details than I do. It's your file, so go ahead and fill in the gaps.
Yeah, you said it all. Basically, I had it all set up to where the light was just going to come through the cave door, and then Jim changed it and put it so it comes up and kind of goes and backlights the risen. I think that's way better, so we're keeping it that way. So that's the file. If you guys want it, message me on Facebook, and we'll go from there. I don't have a website yet. The lady that's doing it, my daughter, had a baby, and so she's kind of busy at the moment. So I'm just just message me and we'll get it to you if you want it. I sold
and in his newest version, the eye is welded to the dot over the eye, so it would be on the same layer.
Yeah, the dot's welded to the R now, so it looks better.
Yep.
I had a different plan for that, and it got cut and released before it was all finished. So
yeah, so it's an improved version from this one, although this one looks like you can't really improve upon it. So there you go.
Yeah, I did add in 3 or 4 different versions of he is, so you can obviously change it and put whatever font you want in there too, but I added 3 or 4 different versions of the font.
Very cool.
That's my very first non-fiber file that I made, and everybody loved it, and so I thought I would just let people have it. And I don't even have a laser to cut that out with, so
yeah,
I just had an idea, and it was in my head, and it needed to get out, so I let it out.
Very cool. Love it. It looks great. Just wait till you get. Well, let's see,
Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, Thursday. So by Friday, you should be cutting wood, I would think.
I hope so. I can't wait.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, wherever you're at. I'm going to do a few things and then get to bed and get ready to go to work again tomorrow. So hopefully that goes well. Jeremy, thank you so much for joining me and
absolutely
keeping an eye on the comments and answering questions. I appreciate it. And that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks again.
Cool. See you guys.